Thank you so much for joining me for our Can't Concentrate class. I'm Melissa, and this practice is going to be a little bit heating. So the idea here is that we want to put our body in certain positions that require us to focus a little bit more and to use our mental energy to keep us moving or keep us balanced. So we're going to start our practice today with our feet underneath our hips. You can go ahead and look down at your toes and maybe just kind of rock back and forth and feel your feet getting planted into the floor. You can lift up your heels a little bit or lift up your toes a little bit if that feels good. And think about pressing more of your foot down into the floor each time you rock back and forth. And then when you feel ready, spread out through your feet and plant your foot firmly into the ground. Imagine as though you could send roots down into the earth. And we're going to soften our knees just a little bit here and just take a couple times to kind of bend the knees slowly and feel your feet pressing down deeper into the floor. Now we're going to push down into our feet and we're going to start to lift up through the front of our thighs, coming to stand nice and tall here. And so you might feel your booty muscles firm a little bit. You may feel as though you're drawing straight up towards the ceiling. And we're going to soften through the back of our neck and let the front of our throat release a little bit so that we're just kind of standing nice and tall, but easily. We're not like a statue. We want to just kind of stand with our body nice and organized in a way that makes it easy. And so if it feels good for you, go ahead and close your eyes here, noticing yourself breathing, letting your belly expand with your inhalation and deflate with your exhalation. Allow your body to settle a little further as you continue to breathe slowly and with intention. And as you allow your body to settle, see if you can allow your mind to settle just a little further. Let's go ahead and open our eyes now, and we're going to look down at our feet and scooch our toes towards one another just a little bit here. It's fine to keep a little space in between. If we want to make the balance a little more challenging, we can keep our feet closer together. Releasing our arms down beside us, we're now going to move with our in-breath. So as we inhale, we're going to lift our heels off the floor, stretching our arms out and up overhead. And we can think about maybe touching our hands together at the top, keeping the balls of our feet on the floor, the heels lifted. We'll now exhale and we'll slowly take our hands down as our heels come down, bringing everything back to center. We're going to do a total of 6 rounds. So we have 5 more of these. Inhale, let your breath and movement work together, reaching up, heels come off of the floor, hands reach towards the sky. And then we'll exhale, slowly take your hands down as your heels come down. Focus on making the movement slow and smooth. Inhaling again, lifting the heels off the floor as the arms reach out. You can move at the pace of your own breathing. So if I'm moving too fast or too slow, go at what feels comfortable for you. Using your exhale to take your hands down and your heels down, feeling how your feet have to work in this position. 3 more rounds. Inhale and extend the arms out, reach up, lifting as high as you can, extending. And then exhale, slowly lower down, heels come down, hands come down. This is our final round here. Inhaling, extending out, reaching up, making yourself as long as you can here, almost standing on your tippy toes. And then exhaling to slowly take everything back down to the floor. Good job. Now from here, we're going to take our feet back underneath our hips. So step your feet apart just a little bit once more. You can kind of eyeball it about 2 fists width distance apart if you would like. You can also measure it out, taking your hands between the arches of your feet. Now we're gonna move into tree pose. And so we're gonna imagine as though we could plant roots down through our feet once more. And this time we're gonna shift our weight into our left leg, taking the heel of the right foot off of the floor. Bringing our hands to our hips here, go ahead and spin your right heel so that it sits on the inside of your left ankle, and your right knee is gonna start to point away from your body. Now we can stay here and keep planting our roots deep through our left foot, and we're gonna take our vision to a spot on the horizon. So kind of looking out in front of you, focus your eyes on something that's not moving. As you allow your eyes to focus, maybe your foot can travel up your leg to sit just below your knee. Keep pushing your foot into your leg and your leg back into your foot, and keep your vision really focused out in front of you. If you're still feeling fairly balanced, use an inhale to extend your arms up overhead. Keep your eyes active and focused, making sure that you're blinking and not just staring. Keep opening through that right knee, drawing the right knee back behind you just slightly. Let's take 2 more full rounds of breath. With your next exhale, slowly lower your hands first to your hips, and then we'll turn our right knee forward and lower our right foot back down to the ground. And so now we're gonna stand on our our right leg, take your left foot off the floor, and we're just gonna shake it. Good job. Now take the shoelace part of your left foot, and we're gonna just press the toes and the top of the foot gently into the ground. Good, let's take our left foot to the floor once again, finding our mountain pose once more. And so again, about hip width distance apart, making sure that the foot feels planted into the floor. We're gonna move into our right side. And so we'll shift our weight into our right leg, let the left heel lift off of the earth. And then we're gonna spin the left heel to sit on the inside of the right ankle. And now it's totally fine to stay here if this is enough challenge in your balance. We'll bring our hands back to our hips, lifting through the heart and the crown of our head. And then choose your drishti is what it's called, our point of focus, this singular point of concentration. And so focusing your eyes on your point on the horizon, stay where you are and continue to breathe. Or if you would like, you can start to take the foot a little higher, making sure that your leg is pressing back into your foot, that you are thinking about meeting yourself at your energetic center. So drawing up through the crown of the head, through the heart. And if it would feel good for you, you can use your next inhale to extend your arms up. Let's take 2 more full rounds of breath. With your next exhale, let's take our hands back to our hips, turning our left knee to center and lowering it down to the floor. We'll stand on our left leg now and go ahead and shake out through the right. And then we'll press the shoelace part of the right foot to the floor when we're ready. All right, and so now we're gonna take a big, wide open step, so you might need a little bit more room between you. And so with our legs nice and wide, we're gonna turn just our right leg to face out so that we have a 90-degree angle between our left foot and our right foot. And now we are gonna bend our right knee, place it right over our right heel, setting our legs up for warrior 2. So just take a little bit of a wider step. We wanna kind of challenge our stance here some so that we can feel our inner thigh and groin working and activating. And now take your hands to your pelvis, bringing your hands right to the front of your hips. And imagine if your spine were the spine of a book. We want the pages of our book open towards the long edge of the mat in this case. So we want everything kind of opening out this way as our knee points this way and this way. Good, you got it. All right. And so now lifting up through the crown of your head and your heart once more, we're going to inhale and draw our arms across the horizon line. Imagine as though your arms could rest weightlessly on top of some water. Stretch out through your fingertips and broaden your chest, taking a glance over your right middle finger. Keeping the shoulders relaxed and your legs strong here, feeling your warrior two stance. And now we're going to move here. So we're going to drop our left hand down to our thigh, flip the right palm towards the ceiling, and as you inhale, extend your right arm upward. Exhale, and we're going to take the left arm back out and extend the right arm back out. We're going to do 2 more just like that, moving with the breath. So we'll inhale, left hand to the thigh, right hand to the sky. Exhale, return to warrior two. 1 more, nice and smooth. Keep your stance strong. Inhale, left arm down, right arm up. Vision can go up. Exhale, return to warrior two. Extend out through the arms once more here. Feel how strong you are. And then we'll exhale, taking the hands to our hips. We'll straighten our right leg, our bent knee. And then we're going to turn our entire foot towards the long edge of the mat so that both toes once again face the same direction. Good. Now we're going to take our left foot here and spin our left foot to face towards the opposite direction as the right foot, making that kind of 90-degree angle here. Making sure that this back knee feels happy the whole time you're in the pose. So if you need to take the heel out a little bit, do what you need to make sure that everything is okay on both legs. And then again, we'll make sure that the pelvis is open towards the long edge of the mat. And now we'll bend into our left knee here, taking the left knee approximately over the left heel. And then lifting through the crown of the head and our heart, we're going to inhale and open our arms across that horizon line. Good. And so deep bend in that left knee. We want to make our quads work here. And so we're going to move with the breath. Let's just take another breath in our warrior two. With your next inhale, left hand goes up, right hand goes down, reversing our warrior. Exhaling to return back to warrior two. 2 more, just like that. Inhale and lift the left arm up, right hand down. Exhale, return to warrior two. Inhale, left arm goes up, right arm comes down. Exhale, return back to warrior two. Once more, broaden through the pose, feel yourself in it. If your arms feel fatigued, you can take your hands to your hips. We'll inhale and straighten our left leg, spinning the left heel back towards the long edge of the mat. And now for a moment here, we're going to bring our legs back together. So we're going to heel, toe back in, taking our time, kind of like we're doing the grapevine, and just give your legs a little bit of a shake. You can do one at a time. You can just let your body kind of be loose, give yourself the wiggles. All right. And so once you're ready, step your feet back out wide. And so we're going to do something called a goddess squat here. And as I mentioned, this is really heat building. And so if you find yourself getting hot or your muscles feeling tired, we're doing it right. And so what we're going to do is we're going to keep our toes facing forward as we straighten up. And when we exhale, we're going to take our arms out to our side like this, as we also bend our knees and turn our heels out, sitting down into our squat. Good, so bend your knees, take the knees out. That's it. Now we're going to inhale, turn your toes forward, extend up. Good, that's it. Okay, so we're going to do 2 more just like this, and then if we have the energy, maybe we'll try a third. So inhale, extend your arms straight up. Exhale, turn the toes out, drop down into it, squeezing the shoulder blades together. That's it. Inhale, straighten up, turn the toes in, arms go up. Exhale, toes out, sit down into it. Good. All right, we've definitely got one more in us. Inhale, come back up, toes turn in, extend up. Last time, exhale, toes turn out, sit down into it. Let's hold it for one breath. Good. Inhale, straighten back up, arms go up. We're going to turn our toes to face back towards the long edge of the mat, and we're going to exhale and fold forward here. So release your head, bend your knees. Your hands can come to the floor or to your legs. Shaking your head gently side to side. Yes and no. Pause for a few breaths. And then when you feel ready, bend your knees as much as you need to bring your hands to the floor. And we're going to go ahead and come down to a seated position. And now you can feel free to sit on a blanket, on some blocks. You can sit on your bottom with your ankles crossed. You can sit on your calves, whatever feels comfortable and supportive for you. We're going to be here for about 10 rounds of breath. And so we've worked to build this heat and to create this energy to help fuel our mind's focus. And so now we're going to use our breath energy to take that to another level to help improve our overall concentration. And so this practice may seem very simple, but it is actually quite difficult. And so sitting nice and tall through the crown of your head, releasing your elbows in beside your ribs, we're going to soften slightly through the front of our throat and think about lifting just a little bit through the back of your neck so that you are aligning the back of your skull right over your collarbones. And now, if it feels comfortable for you, go ahead and close your eyes. Begin to notice your natural breath flowing in and out. It's fine if you're breathing through your nose or your mouth. Simply notice how you are breathing and where you're experiencing the breath. We'll begin our practice of equal length breathing, matching the length of our inhale with the length of the exhale. Inhale completely now, and exhale completely. And we'll inhale for 1, 2, 3, and exhale for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Continue for 6 more rounds on your own. As you complete 10 rounds, Return to your normal breathing, noticing how your breath feels, observing the focus that it requires to match the length of your inhale with the length of your exhale. Take these next few moments to set an intention for your behavior or actions after this practice, endeavoring to focus better. Use an I am statement to set your intention. With our intention in place, let's go ahead and bring our hands together in front of our heart, feeling grateful for this time that we made to improve our concentration, to build some heat in our body, and to practice our breathing. As always, it has been my honor to be your guide. Let's touch the thumbs to the forehead, reminding us to live with an open mind, and then bring the thumbs to our heart, reminding us to love with an open heart. We can honor one another with Namaste.